When life deals you a difficult hand, you have two choices. Let circumstances drag you down or fight to turn things around. Ann Ussery is the perfect example of someone who chose the latter. After losing her home and husband, she faced few options and little money. Homelessness seemed inevitable. But through perseverance and creativity, she turned what some may see as an impossible situation into an opportunity. She found an abandoned Boeing 727 airplane and transformed it into a unique family home. Though an unorthodox idea, Ussery was determined to make it work. For 4 long years, she worked tirelessly to overhaul the airplane's interior. With determination and DIY skills, she carved out 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, a living area, and more. When she was finished, it was a fully functional mansion that became a local tourist attraction. Ussery's story inspires anyone facing hardships, showing what can be achieved when you refuse to give up on your dreams. Through this profile of her life and incredible accomplishment, we aim to shed light on her pioneering spirit and how she overcame the odds. Rock bottom and the origins of an audacious idea. In 1993, Ann Ussery faced a life-changing situation when her husband died, and a fire destroyed her family home in Benoit, Mississippi. With limited savings and no insurance, she was left searching for a new home. Her brother-in-law, Bob, an air traffic controller, suggested that a Boeing 727 passenger jet could serve as a home. Despite initial skepticism, Ussery was willing to explore the idea. After examining the aircraft, she believed it could be a livable space with some work. The owner, Dave Tankersley, agreed to sell the plane to her for $2,000, including transportation costs. Despite initial skepticism, Ussery persevered and proved the naysayers wrong, transforming the aircraft into a livable space for her and her children. The Boeing 727 would become her unlikely route to securing a bright future for her and her children. Securing and reinforcing the plane. With the plane now in her possession, the enormity of the project ahead indeed sunk in for Ussery. The first priority was ensuring it was securely anchored to have any hope of turning it into livable quarters. The plane's nose pointed directly over the water thanks to its lakeside location, but the tail end posed more of an issue. Ussery knew it needed extensive reinforcement if the whole aircraft wasn't to go sliding into the lake. After consulting with engineers, it was agreed the best approach was to embed thick concrete pillars deep underground on either side of the tail. This would counterbalance the nose and keep the plane stationary for the long haul. It was incredibly labor-intensive work. Using basic tools and a lot of manual digging, Ussery got to work laying the heavy foundations. Along with help from her children, it took several weeks of grueling effort to get the pavement in place. With the plane firmly fixed on her property, Ussery insulated and strengthened its frame. She manually removed all the leftover chairs, walls, and innards to clear the way for her redesign. Next came reinforcing strategic areas prone to weather damage or potential collapse over time. Any rusted or weakened metal was cut out and replaced with new durable panels. Remarkably, Ussery learned all these building skills on the job through books and trial and error. Her willingness to self-educate and get her hands dirty was a testament to her boundless motivation. By the winter of 1994, the external work was complete, but Ussery had only just begun the monumental transformation that still lay ahead. With basic utilities and reinforcements now in order, she was ready to start imagining how this unlikely space could be reborn as a fully fledged dream home. Planning the layout and beginning construction. Before starting major internal construction, Ussery carefully planned the plane's layout. Maximizing limited space would be crucial at 138 feet long, but with an unusual shape. She strategically zoned areas for sleeping, living, cooking, and more based on measurements. Ussery also had to consider how activities of daily life might flow. After much consideration, she settled on 3 bedrooms near the rear for privacy. The central area would house an open-plan living and dining space. Moving towards the front, Ussery placed the kitchen and bathroom. Finally, in a stroke of genius, she redesigned the cockpit into the master suite, complete with a soaking tub overlooking the lake. Equipment and materials were sourced from various home improvement outlets. With the layout set, Ussery started demolition to ready surfaces for resheeting. Out came the original seats, flooring, wall panels, and wiring. This revealed the steel skeletal frame upon which she would build. From early 1995, remodeling in earnest was underway. Ussery began by insulating all surfaces for warmth and soundproofing. Wiring for electricity came next, followed by plumbing for water and gas. The flooring was installed along with newly constructed internal walls. Cabinets, appliances, and fixtures slowly brought rooms to life. Ussery learned skills like tiling, wallpapering, painting, and more on the aircraft. Friends helped where they could, but it was overwhelmingly a one-woman job. Through sheer persistence, visiting trade professionals for guidance and addressing issues as they arose, the unusual abode started to take actual shape. At the 2-year mark, several livable rooms were complete. Yet much remained to finish Ussery's ambitious vision. Her dedication showed no signs of wavering in the face of such a colossal task. Crafting unique features and finishing touches. By 1997, Ann Ussery was making excellent progress in transforming the airplane's interior. Several rooms were ready for use while construction progressed elsewhere. Now came the rewarding tasks of customizing features and adding special touches. In the master bathroom, Ussery focused on crafting the piece de resistance, the soaking tub. Located where the cockpit windows once were, it offered panoramic lake views. A dream realized, preserved in memory. Ann Ussery enjoyed less than a year inhabiting the unique abode she poured her soul into creating. But those brief months validated all her sacrifice and hard work. Tragedy soon struck, however. In 2000, during a short relocation to a nearby airport for repairs, the 154,000-pound aircraft accidentally slid off its transport carriage. It toppled into debris, suffering irreparable damage. Ussery was crushed at losing her beloved creation and 4 years of blood and sweat. The metal framework pieces have been preserved at Tunica Airport in Mississippi. Photographs and news clippings help sustain memories of the marvel. For aviation history buffs and inventive builders alike, Ann Ussery's story continues to inspire. Her ingenuity proved that a dream as far-fetched as living in an airplane could materialize with grit and vision. Against every doubt, she carved livable spaces from what many saw as scrap. Most uniquely, Ussery brought the magic of flight indoors and gave her family wings during difficult times. Her creative problem-solving shows the power individuals have to transform bleak situations. Today, plane homes remain an unconventional novelty worldwide. Few attempt the scale of overhaul that Ussery undertook single-handedly. Yet her pioneering spirit lives on in continued spotlights on eccentric domiciles. Most of all, she leaves a lesson in tenacity and refuses to be defined by adversity. If you found her story inspiring, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.